Most people believe Breaking Bad is a story about a man forced into a life of crime by circumstance. We tell ourselves he did it for his family. We tell ourselves the cancer made him do it. But the truth is much darker. Walter White didn't become Heisenberg because he had to. He chose to be Heisenberg because for the first time in his life, he felt powerful. This is the anatomy of a choice. This is the story of the teacher who chose to be a criminal.
Mr. White?
Yes.
You understood what I've just said to you.
Yes. Lung cancer. Inoperable.
In the beginning, Walt is the ultimate good man. He's overqualified, underpaid, and overlooked. He spends his days teaching chemistry to students who don't care, and his nights scrubbing tires at a car wash just to make ends meet. He was a man with a genius-level intellect trapped in a mediocre life. When the diagnosis hit, it didn't just bring the fear of death. It brought a sense of clarity. Walt realized he had spent his whole life playing by the rules, and it had left him with nothing. He could have accepted the money from Elliot and Gretchen. He could have let his old friends save him, but his ego wouldn't allow it. For Walter White, the risk of cooking meth was better than the humiliation of accepting help. But Walter White wasn't just a criminal. He was an artist. His chemistry wasn't just a way to make money, it was his power. In the underworld, men used guns and intimidation to lead. Walt used science. From the explosion in Tuco's office to the calculated poisoning of his enemies, Walt realized that his intellect made him the most dangerous man in the room. He stopped being a victim of his circumstances and started being the architect of his own empire. As the blue crystals flooded the streets, the man known as the teacher was replaced by something far more calculated. Heisenberg was no longer a mask. It was the true face of Walter White.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the man who's keeping it.
What the hell's this?
You're dealing with me now, not him. 1,000 gallons of methylamine is worth more in my hands than it is in yours, or anyone else's for that matter. But I need distribution. So if you agree to give up your cook and sell my product instead, I'll give you 35% of the take.
35%.
That's right. Now, say my name.
Heisenberg.
You're goddamn right.
But every empire has a price. For Walter White, that price was his humanity. It wasn't just the blue meth or the money. It was the trail of destruction he left behind. The moment he watched Jane die without moving a finger. The moment he poisoned a child just to manipulate Jesse. These weren't the actions of a man protecting his family. They were the actions of a predator. By the time he stood in that cruel space, laughing amidst the ruins of his life, Walter White was gone. There was only Heisenberg. He had become the danger he once feared.
Us, stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
In the end, the lies finally ran out. For years, Walter White hid behind the mask of a provider, a father, and a husband. But in a quiet kitchen facing the wreckage of his family, he finally spoke the truth. He didn't do it for them. He did it for himself. He was good at it. And it made him feel alive. Walter White died in a laboratory, surrounded by the only thing he had left. He wasn't a victim of cancer, or a victim of the system. He was a man who looked into the abyss, and decided to call it home. The teacher was gone. Only the legend of Heisenberg remained.